Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Monday, September 23rd, 2019, 3 p.m. Eastern. Wanted to make one announcement, is that somehow somebody got, I think, misunderstood, and they put up an ad out on Facebook. And since I don't use Facebook, it must have been in the Hispanic, Brazil, South America. I mean, just tons and tons of people asking to be put on a list for our celestial chamber when we don't have one yet. For people that somehow someone got it confused, thinking that probably from the Sheldon Idell webinar we did yesterday, that they somehow got confused and thought that we had celestial chambers and we were treating people through the processes. And I just clarify that is not true. We do not have a celestial chamber yet. We are waiting on funding and working in different directions to gain the funding so that we can start launching the prototype. So I just want to make that clear to everybody. So if you get, you get contact on Facebook, or you get message that says, I heard that Jared Rand is, got these celestial chambers and they're treating people. We go back to the Mary, she sprains her ankle, and by that night, she's in a body cast in intensive care. So things can get out of hand. So I just wanted to bring that up for people, for some clarification and edification. Now, as we transform more and more this planet, as we become more and more aware, and it's all due to us, for ourselves. It's each individual, each human that embraces the clarity and understanding that it really is us. It's what we are doing. Our intent, moving away from this illusion, causing it to become vaporized. And then when you see this happening and it transitions, which is going on right now, you're going to experience a lot of things that, how you hug and hold on to things, you don't want to let them go, even though they're not beneficial, and you carry them through life. It's similar to the frequencies here on this planet, the lower ones, that, want to hold on to things. They want to grip and not let go, so they continually, stretch and scrape and claw, trying to stay in the authority that they have been in for quite some time. And it's not that case this time. And this is a first. There have been other partial liberations through hundreds of thousands of years on this planet, but nothing like this. This is a complete liberation of the civilization and all life. And it is completely defusing in a deep eternal love way all of the disharmony. Now, you understand that the buildup of this has been horrendous through thousands and thousands of years, and it's gone unchecked. These partial things have happened through the centuries where, some were, eradicated, and then they'd go underground and wait, and then they'd come back up and infiltrate and infest, and then start the whole thing over again. Well, this time it is a complete expelling and disintegration and elimination of the lower frequencies. It's like I've used the analogy of the coat, long coat. You're walking in the muddy waters on the ground, and the coat will, at times it'll hit the mud and cause it to become soiled. That's like the low frequencies. That happens. Sometimes it'll happen in fifth and sixth dimension, where the entities will try to infiltrate and move up in that frequency and still try to maintain their vileness. And they can't. So we go down and we clean them out and vaporize, they're gone. It's like house cleaning. Here on this planet, it has been entrenched for forever. You're looking at things go haywire for many of these frequencies. It's all coming to an end. It's all being exposed. Now, a lot of people would like it to be, snap of the fingers, all done, all exposed, everything. But it's subtle, and that's how it works. And it becomes more and more apparent. So when you're reading things and researching and evaluating things, you really use discernment. Use your heart mind. There's no reason to be a judging or anything. Everybody has an opinion, and that's what it is. It's an opinion. So you just kind of, because I'll tell you, if you allow it to irritate you, you'll fall back into that negative frequency and at low dank frequencies of this 3D matrix. And then you have to figure how to go back up, go back into love, go back into joy and peace, strength, and it's just not worth it. So you should be very cognizant and very, very aware to the fact that you know that if you get irritated, overly so, everybody gets irritated once in a while, but overly so, where you start festering, you stop yourself saying, why would I want to harbor that type of energy? Just because somebody wrote something, editorial or opinion or information to share with whoever, whether it's to build hits on their sites, whatever it is. It's just a process of understanding and comprehending. It's just, I don't care to interact with that. It doesn't serve me any good high frequency. If it doesn't serve you a high frequency, why indulge with it? Why even mess with it? We are about continually expanding our joy, our peace, our prosperity, abundance, our well-being, and not to go back there. We've been there, guys. We've all experienced it, and day to day we experience it, and why would we continue to be there? Collective consciousness is moving away and out from it, and that's why this planet is accelerating its transition. And of course, remember that this planet, this planet Earth, Gaia, Terra Christa, is a entity. It's a sentient being. The body, okay, the planet. The God, like we, it's the same construct. You have the planet, the biological, then you have the spirit, the soul, the God within the planet. And so she's highly feminine, and so she's getting ready to clean things up. She's going to take a long, hot bath and shower. And she's going to clean herself up. A little shaking and baking. And you put yourself in her shoes, I guarantee you would all want to do the same thing. And this has happened numerous times for this planet in the few billion years that it's existed. And so in today's meditation, our understanding is ascend. And when we ascend, it's not like a blink of the eye. It's a process where you move out of permanently. You move out of your vibrational frequency keeps continuing upward in higher and higher frequency. As this occurs, you then move in to transferring physical form. That's what you do. See? Not all of us have not been in human bodies forever. We have inhabited other forms. It's just that our memories have been temporarily eliminated from that. So, you ever notice why you're drawn to certain animals, or you feel a kinship, maybe with horses, some people with bears, some with tigers and lions. It's just a different thing, and you're really, really connected. It is because at one time your God was in a different form, a different physical form. So that's, when I say we're all connected, we're all connected. There's no debate on it. So also your enlightenment. And enlightenment is always being in love. Always. You say, nobody's achieved that yet. To always be in love. Now, that takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of awareness, and it takes a lot of elevating yourself into higher frequency by being in love. And I'm not talking about being in love with somebody, but being in love 24/7. And eventually the civilization will achieve that. So we move into ascension. Understanding what ascension is, you become more enlightened, but you also increase your vibrational frequency where your intention for you is to move into different physical form so that you can handle the higher frequencies. Why do you think you don't see it? You don't see 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th dimensional beings, because their frequency is different than ours. See? Do you walk down the street and you see a 5th dimensional being? No, because your frequency is different. Yours is 3rd dimensional frequency. That's why. So you make the choice, and you'll know when it comes. You'll know when you're ready. You will know when you're ready. You really will. And you may go into a crystalline light chamber, do a transformation, and you come out a different physical form. Now, it doesn't mean that your God is gone. It means that your God is in that physical form. And if people say, well, are you going to have a memory of your human form? Sure you are. You won't be zapped anymore. You won't be electrified all the time. So your God will not be electrified, and you will not have your lost memory. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to relax your body. Now, drop the shoulders. Let things go. Let them go. Really, You're carrying a heavy weight for a long period of time, dragging a suitcase through airport terminal, whoever, and you just you take it off, and you sit, and you just feel so much lighter. Just letting all of that leave you. Don't hold it. Because quite frankly, it's all the past. Most of the time, it's all the past. And also, as you do this, you want to move into the now. Because you see, we don't have the past. The past is gone. The future hasn't been created. So what do? If we're in the past and constantly involved in the past, reminiscing, comparing, identifying, and then we pull that in with us into the future, so we create a future because of the past. It doesn't make any sense at all. That's why so many people, as I've said, are, why do I keep, it seems like I just never go anywhere. I'm in the same place all the time. Years go by because you're going into the past, bring it into the future, creating your future. Stay in the now, not an hour from now, not an hour ago, just the now. It will quiet and still the mind. It will literally dissipate the incessant mind thought chatter that keeps pouring in the future and from the future and the past, just constantly. It will still the mind. And as you're stilling the mind, you're in the now. You're going to want to breathe. And what you want to breathe is you want to breathe breath in through the nose, breath out through the mouth. And as you breath in through the nose, you want to hold it 1001, 1002, 1003, and then exhale through the mouth. And you want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. And for those of you who are new to this meditation and this now, the reason that we hold our breath is because it focuses us on the now. That's what it does. Because it is only in the now is the breath, the breathing. And most of us shallow breathe. And we only take in about 16, 14, 15, 16%, maybe 17, 18 at times. And we take our breathing for granted. How crazy is that? So breathing deeply and exhaling is very, very important. Focuses you on the now. You go to bed at night and you can't sleep because your mind is going a mile a minute and you got all these thoughts that aren't real because they're just thoughts. They're nothing else. And then you're embracing them, and then all the rest of it takes place. You bring the thoughts into reality. But when you focus on your breathing, you're laying in bed at night, you watch what happens. And I mean it, through the heart mind, focus on your breathing. That stuff will go. It'll dissipate. And if it comes back, focus on your breathing. Okay? You're omnipotently powerful. You're not a mouse. Although you could inhabit a mouse if you wanted to. So, as you breathe in, you're breathing in divine positive energy. This is literally source. All that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. As you bring it in, you're being communicated with the collective consciousness of the universe. Communicates with you. You are the master of your ascension. Only you. No one can tell you. No one can coerce you, force you, trick you, or anything. You, with your God, are the master and commander. You determine when you feel that you desire and want to ascend. You do. Period. So you're the master. You don't look for signs outside of yourself. You don't stare in the sky and look for signs, so maybe that's a sign I'm supposed to ascend. It's you. It's within you. Okay? You've done it before. You just don't remember. So, you decide when is appropriate for you. There's no foot race. There's no I beat you, or I'm better. All of that 3D matrix garbage crap is not there. And that's why we focus on ourselves. And we become intimately aware of who and what we are. And we will know, because you're operating from the heart mind, not the mind and ego. You're the master of your ascension. It's like if you said, well, 15 people are ascending, so what? If you're not ready, then you just say, fine, I'll be ready when I'm ready. And I don't mean just, hurry up and wait. It's you'll be ready because you'll know through the heart mind. It's time for me to ascend. I want to ascend. Want to move into a different form, experience new things. Right? So, when you breathe out, you're breathing out all of the iffies. And, this isn't real, and this is just nonsense, and, talk about ascension and everything. What is that all about? But you vaporize those, let them go. Those are low frequencies. It's the mind and the ego trying to convince you another direction like it always does. And it tries to dictate to your heart mind to get you emotionally in upheaval and worry, stress, and fear. And you know that now. See, it's different when the mind finds out that you know it and that you're aware of it through your heart mind. It begins to say, oh, I don't have this free run anymore. I'm not going to be able to just run ragged everywhere, every which way with my friend here, the ego. See, that's being aware of it, knowing it. Now here comes the mind, and you'll know it. You said the mind. You say, mind, I'm the master here. I am the heart mind. You follow my direction. I love you. I love the ego, but you guys are following my direction. I'm not following yours. Okay? It's like you're almost helpless when the mind's dictating to you. Imagine people that aren't aware of that, and the mind continues, they embrace all these thoughts that are just thoughts. They're nothing else. They're not real. They're nothing. And they embrace them and create things. Why do you think so many people are so frustrated with things? Because they can't figure it out, To them, these thoughts are real because they identify them all. The mind dictates, the ego comes in, boom, 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 boom. But you guys have figured it out, which is a good thing. Now remember, we're in the heart mind, and we've already merged with our God. So we're in perfect harmony. Most of the time, obviously, because we're still in this murkiness. So, arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light, our halo. That's our God light energy. You can take a specific camera and you can see our God light energy, which is our aura, our auric field that out around our bodies in vibrant different colors. And some of it's fractured. It's not completely spherical, smooth. It's jagged in different areas and stuff. It's because of the disharmony we carry in the low frequencies. So we harmonize that. And we move beyond the clutter. And the planet, because we sit at the equator of planet Earth with our halo, with our circle of light, our God light. And this planet is completely encased. See it through your heart mind. See this shimmering field, this sphere, encasing planet Earth. Now, it is in the atmosphere, upper atmosphere, beyond the space station. It is on the planet, in the planet, up above and below. And it's a shimmering, deep, eternal love light energy. And it's a firelight, and it saturates all life on this planet, inside and out, everywhere. Everything. And anything within the sphere, within the planet, that is disharmony and low frequency and disruptive and annihilation frequency is eliminated. It's melted away. As soon as it's formed, it's vaporized. It cannot hold its form any longer. This is what this sphere continually does. This planet's protected. And all on and in it are protected. The only thing that happens is that if you are seduced into low frequencies, you will create low frequencies. This is why we have this sphere in place. So it continually vaporizes low frequency and uplifts the entire planet. And we are encased in that same sphere, the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. Our ability to heal ourselves, we haven't gotten there yet, but we will. White fire, purple transmuting flame. You transmute all low frequencies, all disharmonic energies, and you transmute it into neutralized substance with the purple transmuting flame. It's an energy, it's a frequency that we wield. Violet ray comes in and cleanses and purifies. You know? Golden, white, pink light of deep eternal love. This is what makes up these spheres. So if you have a disharmonic low frequency trying to penetrate that sphere, it's vaporized. Now, if you create them, and they're created within the sphere, and they're vaporized. This is an intensity. This means all frequencies interdimensionally. This means universally all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. Doesn't matter how they come, when they come. Doesn't matter if they attack the biological mind, the brain, or anything like that. They are vaporized. They are neutralized. They are neutered. They cannot function, perform. So, as we float up above the planet, we take a trip out of the body. We're connected. We have a cord. We have like an I mentioned the simplest way to put it, an electrical cord, an energy cord that hooks to the physical body. Keeps it running. It's our God energy that runs these bodies, guys. Right? And when they stop the function properly, they block things, then we ascend out of the body. Which means we move up and out of the body. Above the body. Ascend. So, we immediately are literally enthusiastic and compelled to call on our other parts of Source, our other brothers and sisters, all the light energy beings, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They're in full compassion. They're non-judging. They're in tranquility, peace, and benevolence. Generosity and humbleness. Kindness, bliss. And they come without hesitation, arm in arm, hand in hand, and join us in a circle of light. In the Googolplexes. One Googolplex will fill this entire universe. And I pluralize it, so they're coming from everywhere. Different universes, galaxies, existences. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We're all one, we're all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon the archangels, the seraphim, the cherubim, the archetypes, all the angels, all the civilization, who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They've been helping our civilization for a very long time. In peace and joy and support, protection and happiness and prosperity and abundance. They're in complete generosity. They're non-judging. They're full compassion. They're just in total tranquility and benevolence. And they come in the trillions. And they can those only of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love can join us. If they carry low frequency, they cannot. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. They're gods with our gods, arm in arm, hand in hand. And we're of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We're all one. We're all love, and our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the Ascended Masters. These are those who have ascended, have left their bodies, their physical bodies, and left the Matrix. They now come back and take the risk of being trapped in a Matrix or having to interact with the Matrix to assist us in any way they can. And they are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia. El Morya, Saint Germain, Sonata Jesus, Abundantia. They're all here. Remember something. We are all masters. We have all ascended before. And they are in deep compassion, generosity, humbleness, kindness, benevolence, tranquility, non-judging, and they come arm in arm, hand in hand, in massive numbers, and they're gods with our gods, ours with theirs. And they are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We're all one. We're all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. All of these civilizations, only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love, who are in full compassion, non-judging, humbleness, kindness, bliss, tranquility, benevolence. And they come arm in arm, hand in hand, in the billions. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one, and we are all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. All that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. It continues to saturate all that there is. It floods all the disharmony in the universes. It literally saturates everything, penetrates, floods with the highest of deepest eternal love, source energy. We literally are tuning existence. We're fine-tuning everything into the higher and higher frequencies. And we are deep eternal love. We call upon the galactics, off-worlders. All these civilizations, only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love. Excuse me. Those that are in full compassion, happiness and joy, generosity and humbleness, that are non-judging, that don't carry the ego, that are mastering of their minds. Bliss and tranquility and benevolence. And they come, the billions, they've been assisting us in our evolution, our ascension, our enlightenment, and freeing ourselves from our self-imposed bondage and slavery. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand, their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, and we are all one. And we are all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. You feel it through your heart mind. You know it to be true. We call upon all of our loved ones who have ascended out of body, left their bodies in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love, who are in full compassion, non-judging, peace, bliss, generosity, generosity, kindness, and they come at the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in our circle of light. Their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and in this planet, in this now, in this meditation. They are the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love only. They are in full compassion, non-judging, benevolence, generosity, humbleness, tranquility, and just to name a few of them out of the trillions. Fairies, the sprites, the gnomes, the dwarves, the elves, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the minotaur, the centaur, and many, many, many more. They come in massive numbers of every color, shape, size, and form, of which many we have never seen before. Colors that we didn't even know existed with this planet. And so they flock in massive trillions and trillions of numbers. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us. Their gods with our gods gods with them. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. We're all one. We're all love. We're always in the deepest of gratitudes. And our God light energy is everywhere. We look up and we see our meditative sphere that we've created. It's at center circle. It is massive. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. It is deep, eternal love. It can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. And as we feel the flood and saturation, we feel our harmony coming more and more in line. We feel through our heart minds our paradise, our kingdom of God, our mind of God, all within. We are in more and more constant communication with the God that we are. Therefore, we understand more and more, comprehend more and more, embrace more and more, elevate more and more. And we move ever so much more into ascension. Ascend, leave the body. Move into new body. From one vibrational frequency to the other. And it will expand. And as we journey, moving closer and closer to our ascension, our knowledge grows, our understanding grows. We begin to identify the words that we ask ourselves over and over again: who am I? You are God. You are Source. You are everything. You are divinity. You are eternal. You are perfection. You are bliss. You are joy. You are abundance. You are prosperity. You are. You are. You am that I am. And this clarity and awareness continues to vibrate with you and through your heart, mind, and God. You embrace it without hesitation, and you begin to journey further up. Your frequency increasingly advancing. Harmony. Well-tuned. Remember, you're the master and commanders of your light ship. You're tuning and becoming more clear and aware. It is absolutely mind-bending. It's exhilarating. It is joyous. It is blissful. It will move you eventually into perpetual nirvana. You are the paradise you've always desired on this planet. You are the clear skies, the clean waters. You are the beautiful trees and all life on the planet. You can protect it or you can destroy it. It is your choice. But when you value life as the highest value in this universe and all others, you will then be able to understand that you are the key. Each and every one of us are the key. And yes, we are one. But as we come to the realization that we must be clear and conscious of this, then the family of Source comes back together. This is what is occurring. All of us are coming back together. We're dropping our egos. We are not attached to the material world. We enjoy our stay in the body. We advance our lives and our existence in pure harmony and deep, deep, deep gratitude every single second. We move in love. We move more towards loving all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. It is a progression. You will know the progression because each step will become more and more familiar, and your enlightenment will increase. Being in love. As you look down upon the planet, you see all of our brothers and sisters, all life in all forms, all gods, inside and out, above and below. And we flood them with the same awareness. Now, if many are asleep, it doesn't matter. We love them all. So we assist them all. We don't judge. We don't ridicule. We don't care to. It's low frequency. Why? Why would we ridicule ourselves? We are in full forgiveness of ourselves and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. Ever. This is all part of it. It's all moving together fluidly. We are the maestros. We are the conductors. All working together in closer and closer and closer harmony. More joy, more peace, more tranquility, and omnipotently powerful. Each of us can create a universe. And that time will come where we will have that choice. Feel it move through the heart mind. Experience it. It's glorious. It is absolutely spectacular. It's magna-glorious. It is totally uplifting. What better way to launch our day? I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. As you feel yourself growing, expanding, liberation of not only ourselves, but our brothers and sisters in the civilization of this planet, it is an absolute wonderful time to be in these bodies, ever. And we're graciously, humbly assisting in all that we can with the energies that we have created. We have created these frequencies. They continue to expand and saturate all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. And this is in the deepest of humbleness, deep eternal love, and deepest, deepest, deepest of gratitudes. Feel it flow in with your heart, mind, and all that you are. Each step we take, each breath we draw in these bodies are highly, highly, and deeply, deeply in gratitude. We value all, and we love all. Maybe not all yet, but we are getting